Let's talk about the question almost every guy thinks about but never brings up. What actually happens to your prostate if you masturbate every day? It's one of those things you might Google late at night, then quickly close the tab before anyone sees. But it's time we clear the air. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you care about your health, especially as you get older, this episode is for you. Today, we're diving into a topic most men are curious about, but don't often say out loud: how daily ejaculation affects your prostate. The prostate is this small, often ignored gland that only gets attention when things go wrong. Maybe you've heard stories from friends or family about prostate issues, or maybe you've noticed changes yourself, like waking up multiple times a night to pee, or feeling like you're never quite done in the bathroom. Let's be honest, talking about this stuff, even with a doctor, can feel embarrassing. That's why we're having this conversation right here, in a space that's all about facts, not judgment. Because ignoring your health just because it's uncomfortable? That's not a plan. It's a gamble. So in this video, you're going to learn what science actually says about masturbation and prostate health, the 3 big changes your prostate goes through after 40, a simple plan to help keep your prostate healthy, and a bonus tip about a common food that could be a game changer. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want more real talk on men's health. And drop a comment below. What's one health topic you wish more guys talked about openly? Let's get into it. Imagine a small walnut-sized gland tucked away under your bladder, wrapping around the tube that carries urine out of your body. That tube's called the urethra. The prostate's job is to make fluid that helps sperm do their thing, so it's a big part of how men reproduce. When you're younger, this gland just does its job quietly, like a reliable coworker who never makes a fuss. But as you get older, especially after 40, things change. The prostate starts to grow, which is totally normal for most guys. Picture it like a balloon slowly inflating. It can start to squeeze that urethra tube, making it harder to pee. For example, think about a guy named David, a 45-year-old dad I know. David started noticing he was getting up 2 or 3 times a night to pee. He'd stand at the toilet, waiting forever for the stream to start. And even when he was done, it felt like his bladder wasn't empty. He thought, maybe I'm just tired or drank too much coffee. But those are classic signs of prostate changes. If you're noticing stuff like a weak pee stream, trouble starting, or that annoying "I'm not done yet" feeling, you're not alone. Tons of guys deal with this, and it's a sign to pay attention. Does frequent ejaculation help your prostate? So, let's get to the big question. Is masturbating every day, or having sex often, good or bad for your prostate? The answer might surprise you, and it comes from some pretty cool science. A big study followed thousands of men for almost 20 years, and here's what they found. Guys who ejaculated a lot, about 21 times a month or more, had a much lower chance of getting prostate cancer compared to guys who only ejaculated 4 to 7 times a month. That's a huge difference. Why does this happen? There's this idea called the prostate flushing theory. Think of your prostate like a kitchen sink. If you don't run water through it regularly, gunk like old food or grease can build up and clog the pipes. Ejaculation is like running water through the sink. It clears out old cells and harmful stuff that could pile up and cause problems, like inflammation or even abnormal cells that might lead to cancer. Let's picture another guy, Tom, a 50-year-old accountant. Tom was worried about his prostate because his dad had issues. He read about this study and thought, okay, maybe staying active in that department could help. So, whether it's with a partner or solo, he made sure to keep things regular. But here's the deal, and I need you to listen closely. Ejaculation isn't a magic fix. It's like putting air in your car tires. It helps, but if your engine's broken or you never change the oil, you're still in trouble. You've got to pair this with other healthy habits like eating right and seeing your doctor. The 3 big prostate changes. After 40, now let's talk about what's happening inside your body as you age. Here are the 3 major changes your prostate goes through after 40, with real-life examples to make it clear. 1. It gets bigger and holds fluid. As you age, your prostate naturally grows bigger, a condition called benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. It's not cancer, but it's what causes those annoying pee problems. Imagine your prostate like a sponge that's soaking up water and getting heavier. As it grows, it can squeeze the urethra, making it harder to pee. It also gets less efficient at pushing out its fluid, so some gets trapped inside. This can make you feel constant pressure or even mild pain. Take my friend Dave, a 48-year-old teacher. He started feeling this weird pressure in his pelvis, like he was sitting on a golf ball. He ignored it for months, thinking it was just stress. But that pressure was his prostate holding onto fluid and causing low-grade inflammation, which can lead to bigger issues if you don't address it. 2. Hormones go out of whack. As you get older, your body's hormones start to shift. Your testosterone, the man hormone, drops a bit, which is normal, but some of that testosterone turns into a stronger hormone called DHT. Too much DHT can make your prostate cells grow faster, which makes the gland bigger. It's like pouring fertilizer on a plant. It grows, but maybe too much. Think about John, a 52-year-old mechanic. He noticed he was feeling more tired and less energetic. He didn't connect it to his prostate at first, but those hormone changes were quietly affecting his gland, making it grow and causing him to run to the bathroom more often. 3. Higher risk of cell problems. Here's a simple way to think about it. Every day, your body makes new cells to replace old ones. Over decades, with billions of cells being made, there's a small chance something goes wrong, like a typo in a book. Those typos can lead to abnormal cells, and the older you get, the higher the risk. Add in inflammation and hormone changes, and the chance of issues like prostate cancer goes up. For example, my neighbor Steve, who's 55, never thought about his prostate until his doctor suggested a checkup. He was shocked to learn his risk was higher just because of his age. That's why getting screened isn't just smart, it's a must. Your 4-step plan to a healthy prostate. All right, now that you know what's going on with your prostate, let's talk about what you can do to keep it in great shape. Here's a simple 4-step plan with real-life examples to make it easy to follow. Step 1. Get regular checkups. This one's non-negotiable. Starting around age 40 or earlier, if your family has a history of prostate issues, visit a urologist once a year. They'll do 2 things, a PSA blood test to check protein levels in your blood, and a quick exam called a DRE, where they check your prostate directly. I know the DRE sounds awkward. Trust me, I get it. My buddy Mark, a 47-year-old carpenter, used to dread it. But he says, it's 15 seconds of weirdness to know I'm okay. Totally worth it. Early detection can catch problems like prostate cancer when they're easier to treat, so don't skip this. Step 2. Eat foods that fight inflammation. What you eat matters a lot. Foods like burgers, fries, processed snacks, and sugary drinks can cause inflammation, which is bad news for your prostate. Instead, fill your plate with vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. Here's that kitchen secret I promised: tomatoes. They're packed with something called lycopene, which studies show is awesome for your prostate. Pro tip: cooked tomatoes, like in pasta sauce or even ketchup, work even better because your body absorbs lycopene more easily. For example, my cousin Alex, 43, started making a simple spaghetti with tomato sauce twice a week after learning this. He says it's not just good for his prostate, it's become his family's favorite dinner night. Small changes like this add up. Step 3. Move your body regularly. You don't need to be a gym rat, but you've got to move. Aim for 30 minutes of something like brisk walking most days of the week. Strength training, like lifting weights or doing push-ups, is great for keeping your hormones balanced. Another cool trick: Kegel exercises. These strengthen the muscles that support your bladder and prostate, helping you pee better. They're super easy. You just squeeze the muscles you'd use to stop peeing, hold for a few seconds, and release. You can do them while watching TV or driving. Take my friend Sam, a 50-year-old office worker. He started walking with his dog every evening and added Kegels while stuck in traffic. He says he feels more in control and even sleeps better because he's not up peeing all night. Step 4. Drink plenty of water. This one's simple, but huge. Drinking about 2 to 3 liters of water a day keeps your urine diluted and your bladder happy. It's like flushing out your system to keep things running smoothly. My coworker Lisa's dad, who's 60, started carrying a water bottle everywhere after his doctor harped on hydration. He says he feels less sluggish, and those late-night bathroom trips have cut down. Taking care of your prostate isn't something to put off until you're older. It's about taking charge of your health now so you can feel great for years to come. Breaking the silence and learning about this stuff is the strongest first step you can take. Imagine being like my friend David, who caught a small issue early because he got checked and now feels better than ever. That could be you. If this video helped you, hit that like button and share it with a buddy or family member who needs to hear this. Subscribe for more straightforward health tips like these. And in the comments, tell me, what's one healthy habit you're going to start this week to keep your prostate in check? Maybe it's eating more tomatoes or booking that doctor's appointment. Let's cheer each other on in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.